Alright, welcome back to How to Create a Website with WordPress for Fun and Profit. I am Steve, and this video is about hosting Signup. Alright, so here we are. I've got 3 different shared web hosting options for you. I'm going to quickly go over each one, and then we're going to go through the process of buying hosting with Hostgator. That would be my #1 recommendation. And again, I have links to all of these in the resources section, so you can click through with those links to go ahead and set up your hosting. The first one, like I mentioned, is Hostgator. It's hostgator.com. I've been using Hostgator since I started building websites back in 2000, and I've had nothing but success and reliability with them, good customer service. So that's always my #1. That's my go-to choice for web hosting. And they have everything from shared hosting to dedicated hosting, everything in between, and they also have reseller hosting and reasonable prices and good customer service. So that's my #1 recommendation. The second option for you, if you want to compare and shop around a little bit, is Bluehost.com. And again, they offer everything from shared to dedicated hosting. They offer VPS hosting, and they are good as well. I've used them on some websites, and I've had good success with Bluehost. And then the third option is a host called Hostmonster, and they're good as well, reliable. They have a variety of different options available. So really, with these 3 that I've mentioned, you can't go wrong. But for our purposes, for a demonstration and my #1 recommendation, I'm going to go ahead and go through the process of buying hosting at Hostgator. And that's what I would recommend. So to get started here on the Hostgator page, the first thing we need to do is we need to select shared hosting. So we would go ahead and click on Get Started Now. And it's going to take us to a page to ask us what type of hosting we want. So we're going to click on Choose a Plan, and it's going to just bring you down the page here, and it's going to give you the different options, okay? The first option, it's called a Hatchling plan. It's going to be for a single domain, and with all these plans, you're going to get unlimited bandwidth, so we don't need to be concerned about that. It looks like it does give you a shared SSL certificate. As I mentioned before, for our purposes, we're not really concerned about that. We're just concerned that we're getting shared hosting. Right now, for us, just starting out, we're going to be fine just starting with this basic plan. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Sign Up Now. So that's going to bring us to the page to configure our hosting and set up our account. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take the domain that we already bought, which was basketweavingtips.com, and we're gonna enter it into the site. So we're gonna click on this tab that says I already own the domain, and then here's where we're gonna enter the domain that we purchased. In this example, it's basketweavingtips.com. So it's already selected that hatchling, that basic plan for us. Now for the billing cycle, the way it works is the longer duration you go, the more of a discount that you'll get. So, if you pay for 1 month at a time, of course the discount's not going to be as much versus paying for, a year at a time. So that's just a matter of preference. It's entirely up to you. You might choose to go middle of the road, so you're not over investing, like we talked about on the length of the domain registration. I would recommend maybe going a little more, maybe 6 months or 12 months to get a good monthly discount. So choose which option you think works best for you. Go ahead and set up a username. This can be something that you can remember, that is unique to you. This is also just a matter of preference. And then you go ahead and set up a security pin. This will help with future access to your account. 4 to 8 digits, so whatever you want there. Now you go ahead and enter your billing information. This is going to be an email We don't have an email set up yet for the domain, so I would recommend using a personal email at this point. Enter all of your billing information and then the way you want to pay for the hosting. This will be billed monthly. Well, this will be billed depending on how you set up your billing cycle, I should say. So, you know, if you set it up for 6 months like we selected, this is going to be billed to this payment method every 6 months. So if you want to go with a credit card, enter that information here. If you want to go with PayPal, you know, and you want to do like the recurring, you know, subscription type payments with PayPal, you could do that as well. It's entirely up to you. Here, once you get that information entered, number 4, just like on GoDaddy, they're going to try to sell you some extra stuff. We don't want any of this. I'm going to deselect all of that. And then here you would enter a coupon code if you happen to have one. We click through from on this example, we click through from the home page, and it's going to go ahead and give us a default coupon. On the link I provided, you may get a better discount. You need to try that. You need to click through and try it and see what happens. And then the last part of this is just to review your order and make sure everything is correct. So we selected the hatchling plan. Well, first off, we entered our domain that we've already purchased. It says that's okay. Oh, I missed that before. So you need to make sure all these are checked off before you continue. So we'll just make something up. It has to be unique. And it has to, you know, it has to fit this criteria, which it does now. So we'll go back down here. We'll make sure everything's correct. We've done the 6 months like I talked about. We selected the basic plan. Everything looks good. So at this point, we have to make sure that we sign off on the terms and conditions. If you want to read those, they're very long. I recommend that you do. I recommend that you understand the cancellation policy and the privacy policy. So you could click on those. So once you're ready to go, you're going to click on Checkout Now, and that will finalize your order. And in the next few videos, we're going to go ahead and start setting up your domain and getting things configured. So I'll see you in the next video.